Morning. Welcome to week 124 on boundaries. So this week, I want us to practice observing our existing boundaries, the physical boundaries we set for our body, for our space, and I guess energetic boundaries. Where is your limit? And we are going to practice expanding that so that you feel freer to speak your truth, use your voice. I think that has a lot to do with the amount of space we allow ourselves to take up. So let's practice that together now. I invite you to lower your gaze or close your eyes, whichever is more comfortable for you and minimizes distractions. And just take a deep grounding and centering breath, remaining fully present to that breath from the very beginning of the inhale to the end of the exhale. And just invite a sense of ease and flow to this moment, the feeling of being more grounded, more present, and release all the tension of your body and your mind with each out breath, giving yourself permission to sink into a feeling of release and relaxation. And just make sure that your back is relaxed but upright. Your head's resting comfortably without adding any pressure on your spine. Your arms are resting at your sides and your hands are gently open to release all tension in your hands. And then you allow the muscles on your face to soften, starting with your jaw, your tongue, your forehead, and the muscles around your eyes. Just notice that feeling of relaxation permeating down through your entire body, moving through your entire body and out of the soles of your feet, grounded to the earth. And feel yourself grounded to the floor or the earth beneath your feet. And drop your awareness there. As you take the next breath, just notice, where are your edges? What is the boundary that defines you? Is the boundary limited to your bones? Does it include your muscle? Does it reach out to your skin? About the hairs on your skin? Does it reach to the end or the tips of those hairs? Where do you end? What space defines you? Or can you feel? observe your physical body. You know it's there. How much beyond your physical body do you reach? How much space do you take up? How much space do you give yourself permission to take up? Imagine an energetic bubble wrapping your entire body. How much beyond your skin is that bubble? How big is it? How much space do you have? Can you stretch? Move. How big is this space? Can you imagine expanding that space, expanding that bubble? And you feel to the edges of that bubble, just like you might feel to the edges of your skin or the hairs on your skin. That energetic field just above your skin. And you feel to the edges of that bubble. Just feel the air. Feel any movement inside that bubble. Notice any sounds. Where anything happening inside that bubble because it's part of you, your space. If you touch the outer layer, the edges of that bubble, you notice if it's hard or soft, if it's stretchy or rigid. What does that feel like, that outer edge of that bubble? You imagine expanding it a little bit more while still feeling all the way to the edges, feeling inside that whole space. What does it feel like to expand this space, to have more space, to take up more space? Can you take up even more space? Can you give yourself permission to take up even more space? And what does that feel like? What does it feel like when you give yourself permission to take up more space? What does it allow you to do? Who does it allow you to be? Does it allow you to feel? What happens if you expand that bubble a little bit more? What does it feel like? What about contracting? If you shrunk that bubble just to the edges of your skin, maybe 1 inch above your skin. What does that feel like? Just notice what it feels like to be in a smaller bubble. You limit yourself. Just enough space for your physical body. Now imagine shrinking that space even more, feeling it hug against your skin, pressing down. Notice what that feels like. What if that bubble was smaller than your physical body? What does that feel like? Now imagine the bubble reshaping to the exact perfect size for you. Size which you take on. What's the size of your bubble? The space that you'll allow yourself to take up. Are you limiting that space? You impose limits on the amount of space. it feel like when you impose limits on your space? Imagine that with each breath, every time you inhale, the space you're allowed to take up, that bubble, increases, like inflating a ball. Every in breath inflates that space a little bit more. Imagine yourself feeling to the edges of that bubble as it expands. Feeling energetically connected to that envelope that wraps around that bubble, just like the skin on your body. Feeling it expand with each breath. Their limit. Feel like you've pushed too far beyond the limit. Allow the out breath to decrease the size of that bubble. So it's deflating it. Just allow the breath to guide your bubble to the perfect size for you. Perfect size where you feel the edges and you have space for your physical body, space for your energetic body, space for all your emotions and thoughts and ideas. That perfect size bubble for you. Seeing if there's room to make it just a little bigger. Sometimes we reach beyond our limits, pushing them too far. What if we could expand just a little bit at a time? Just noticing the amount of space that we're taking up or allowing ourselves to take up, the amount of space we have for our whole being. And just moving it a little bit more. But it still feels like our space. It still feels like we can feel to the outer edges. Microscopic stretch. Hardly feeling. We can feel the increased ease, increased flow. Our thoughts and ideas feeling restricted or confined in any way. The breath to guide that bubble. Let the breath remind you perfect amount of space, perfect size for your bubble. Breath guides you to expand your bubble to take exactly the space you need for all of you, not just your physical body, your energetic body, your spirit, and all the energy that you attract that flows to you and flows out of you, your thoughts, your ideas, your emotions. Space for everything coexists. Take a deep breath, giving yourself permission to infuse this experience into every cell of your body, creating cell memory. Smiling and imagining every cell smiling as they receive this breath, this memory. Imagine every cell in your body expanding, taking up all the space it needs. Not feeling constricted, not feeling restricted or limited in any way. Allowing each cell take up all the space it needs to carry on its functions. Next breath, just feel a sense of gratitude, a feeling of presence, peace. Very slowly begin the process of coming back from the meditation in your own timing, knowing there's no rush to come back. Simply feeling the weight of your body where it's resting, grounding yourself in any pressure you feel under your feet, under your seat. Noticing if you feel like yawning or stretching or swaying or wriggling your fingers and toes. Remembering these are all ways that your body releases energy. Energy is meant to flow through you. Just allowing the release. Any thoughts or ideas, letting them flow through you, out of you, around you. You don't have to be locked up in your body. And very slowly, bringing yourself back to the room, noticing sounds, noticing anything you taste, anything you smell, sensations on your skin, warm or cold. When you're ready, knowing there's no rush to come back, you can open your eyes and then make notes of thoughts or insights you might have had in your journal or notebook. Remembering there's power to putting your thoughts, your ideas, your insights into words. There's power in your words. There's power in remembering a situation or an event or conversation just by taking a moment to put it into words and reviewing that. And then remember that these practices don't have to take 30 minutes out of your day. You can pause for one breath of awareness as you go about your day to notice if you're feeling tight, if your space or the space you're allowing yourself to take up is limited or tight, and allowing that breath to expand you into the space that you need. And sometimes there's comfort in having a tighter space. It could be comforting, and that's okay. Just notice what feels uncomfortable and give yourself permission to expand or take up more space. And let go with the out breath. Thank you again for taking the time to practice with me today. I hope that you have a wonderful day and week ahead. And if you're here with me live and you want to write for 5 minutes and then share your thoughts or insights, you're welcome to do that. Thank you.